This brief video is being created to demonstrate the amazing tools of woodCAD CAM for generating architectural submittals to be able to make them fast, detailed, and highly accurate. We'll begin by selecting on Room and then on Insert Wall. We'll make a free-form wall with specific heights and thicknesses. In this particular case, we'll begin in AutoCAD where we can place the wall and give it values such as 120 inches, and I'll make a second wall at 144. By invoking a second enter command, it knows to stop generating walls. Here we'll select from libraries of products already in the system and from categories within those. In this case, we'll select a two-door base. Simply by highlighting a wall, you'll see that it gives a phantom or ghost image to where I can easily place wherever I want along the wall, or if I actually move it around the walls, it's smart enough to know how to change even the product's rotation on the fly without any manual entry. I selected a location for this. Here we can change, basic things, height, width, and depth. We could select to place the product, or in this case, I selected to place multiple of the same product. I'll invoke that by selecting on the first product that was placed. Here you'll notice in the left-hand side that I would have the ability to place it to the right, above, in front of, below, behind, or in this case we want to the right, and we'll say go ahead and do that. And so it became very easy to start placing products. Let's go ahead in this case and go to another category, such as let's go to a tall cabinet. I can simply select again where it is that what object that I want to place it next to, which side, and so quickly we're adding products to this project. In this case, let's go ahead and say that we'd like to add an upper cabinet to this as well, and we can give this the placement that we want for this object, and we'll say good to that. Let's go ahead and work with the other wall as well, and in this case, let's go to the door drawer cabinets. Let's put in a two-door, one drawer. I simply selected on the wall that I wanted to place it on. Notice that the origin is on the left-hand side, so if I wanted to place it at the end of the wall, that could be problematic in some softwares who have fixed or rigid orientation points. But in this case, I literally can have it at the back, at the front, at the top, at the bottom. I'll choose the back right-hand edge, and so we'll quickly be able to set its placement. And again, I'll select multiple in this case, so that we'll tell it that we want to put in a second one of these products. We'll stick it on the left-hand side, and we'll let that be. While we're here, just as a brief demonstration, I'll throw a countertop product on. You can simply do that by selecting the first and the last, no matter how many products that there are, and it will use the intelligence of the system to calculate what it needs to do to be able to place appropriate countertops. I'll do a quick hide just so that you can see what is happening in that case. For those of you who might not be used to looking at 3D wireframe applications, we have completed what we intended to do there. And so we'll zoom back out of this for a moment, and we'll move over to the Drawing Views tab, and we'll begin by saying that we want to be able to make, in this case, a 2D plan view. Now, I believe there's always been kind of a great debate. Do you work in 3D so that you can see collisions, get a better visual, in some cases maybe even make renderings, walkthroughs, or just be able to get a better visualization of your project? Or do you work in 2D where you're going to have flat shot drawings that are highly detailed and annotated in order to be able to satisfy architectural submittals and shop drawings? In this case, we're generating 5D, and so from the 3D, we're generating 2D and keeping everything completely live and ready to go. So we'll go ahead and label the plan. I'm going to take just a moment to zoom in a little bit tighter on this so that you can see the kind of detail that works not only with the hatching but the drawing of the actual edge banding chosen for this. It's just super, very, very clean drawings that we're working on. Let's go ahead and say that we want to create an elevation view, and we want to begin with this elevation. You'll see that I have a symbol that I can be working with, deciding where I want it to look. If I wanted, I could make the elevation occur inside of the doors if you wanted to see an open profile, or in this case, I'm going to move it back to this kind of a distance so that we're going to get the return products on that are coming from the opposite wall as part of this elevation drawing. There is no setup for anything that you would have to do within any products to make this happen. whether choosing a product from the library or creating a custom object on the fly. All of these things work the same exact way, and again use the intelligence of the system instead of forcing the user to create all of the formula-driven ways that they might want things to happen. And so we'll go ahead and place the elevation, and again I'll take just a moment to zoom in and let you see the kind of level of detail and cleanness of the drawings. Of course, these can be your line types, your dimension styles, even your preferences of annotation and stuff. Notice that we're even calling out for those that might need to know what the actual materials that are being used, either for edging or even in this particular case, even on the return that we have created as well. I'm going to go ahead and place the label for that, and that was the view 1 that we created. In this case, you'll notice that we did get the return objects from that as well. We could continue doing a lot of things, but I want to move on to the creation of sections in this case, and we'll tell the product that we want to be included in the section, and I'll go ahead and select the exact position that I want the section line created, and now I can choose to have the section looking from this side, or in this case we'll do it from the left-hand side. We'll let it be labeled A, and we'll generate now the real live section of these products and determine exactly where we would like these placed. And so now you'll see that again we have the very, very clean sectional drawings done, and we'll go ahead and label that section as well. Again, we could continue doing a lot more things, but here I want to move on to dimensioning, and so we'll tell this that we'd like to go ahead and dimension the elevation and plan, and that we would like to dimension the section in this case. By the way, while we're at this, let's create one more section. I'm going to say I want to create a section, but in this case I want it to go across all of these products, because instead of making an elevation section, what I want to do is actually make a plan section. I'll decide where I want to cut it, and I'll decide which side of the line that I want to be looking from. So I want to be looking from the top down. We'll accept the section name as B, and we'll allow it to generate that section and tell it where we would like to be able to place it. In this case, I'm going to place it below. And so now we have the sections done as well, and we can label this. And of course, as we did with the other, being able to dimension out the section and those kind of things. You can have walls included or not. From my customer to customer, there's different preferences. Just as a quick side of this, one of the things that we might do is go to the Output tab and say we want to load a border. What we're doing, if you notice down below, is it's just giving us an additional layout in AutoCAD. You can have your own DWT files with your own title blocks and all those kind of things as well. I'll just click into one of the viewports and kind of scroll into what it is that I wanted, and I'm going to tell this that what I want to do is I want to be able to link these views. I don't even want to have to adjust all the different views within AutoCAD and stuff. I want it to automatically do all of those things for me. And so we'll work in this other view, and we're going to tell this that we want to link this view, in this case, to an elevation. And we'll come finally over to our third viewport for this particular page, and we're going to tell this that we want to link a view to the actual section. And so those things are done rapidly fast for you. Anyway, just a brief example of some of the powerful tools that exist here within woodCAD CAM for allowing you to design and be able to get all the 3D effects as well as the 2D drawings for architectural submittals and shop drawings. Appreciate you viewing this video.